Welcome back to the Bulldog Blitz. The Butler women's basketball team is getting ready to start postseason play as the Horizon League tournament begins this week. Joining me now in the studio is the team's senior point guard, Devin Byerly. Thanks for joining us, Devin. Now, with the Horizon League tournament coming up this week, how has regular season play against these conference opponents prepared you to play them in the tournament?
You know, I mean, we play conference teams 2 times in the conference season. So really, those 2 times we get to see, you know, what kind of offense they run or what kind of defense they run. But in the Horizon League tournament, I mean, you got to be ready for anything. They could throw something new at you anytime. So really, I would say that we just really have to focus on ourselves instead of preparing for other teams. I mean, obviously we'll go over scouting reports and stuff like that, and like I said, what plays they run and what defenses they run. But really, we just got to focus on ourselves because we have to be ready for anything.
How do you and the team prepare for the grind of tournament play when you have to play so many games in such a short amount of time?
Right. I mean, it's very important for us to get a lot of rest and to stay hydrated and really focus on basketball. I mean, that's what we're here to do, and it is the tournament play, so it is the most important part of our season, and we got to come in to practice focused.
How does playing in a tournament setting bring a different mindset coming into the game?
I would definitely say it's a different mindset. I mean, like I said, you have to be more focused. I mean, the game's on the line. Not that it isn't any other game, but I mean, if you get beat one game, you're out. So I mean, really, this is the time to lay it all out on the line and give 100% and give everything you got.
Since you find out what team you'll be playing only days shortly before you play that game, how does that change your preparation heading into the game compared to what you would normally do?
It definitely cuts us short on time. I mean, we usually have 3 to 4 days to prepare for a team, but now, you know, we'll only have 1 to 2 days. So really, the coaches do a good job of getting us ready, though, and the team, I think, at tournament time does come in ready to practice and ready to, you know, beat the team that we're going to play. So really, like I said, it's just your mindset. You got to be ready for anything.
What do you think is the key to the team to play successfully in the tournament, both you two as an individual?
For the team, I mean, it's just us working together. We lost one of our major players just a couple of games ago, so now we're having to deal with something different. But I think it's all of us just playing hard and 100% and coming together, you know, and just doing whatever we need to do. Individually, I just probably have to step it up in the leadership role, whether if I'm on the bench, you know, talking to players, telling them, you know, what to do, or whether I'm on the floor communicating with somebody.
As a senior, you have experience playing in postseason tournaments. How does that experience really come into factor as a senior this year heading into your last tournament?
I think it definitely gives me an edge. Like you said, the tournament setting is totally different than from just a regular setting that you're playing in. But I mean, like I said, again, you have to be ready for anything. And I think that our team, even though that I have experience, you know, anything could come at you. And I think our team is ready for that. I mean, we've had things thrown at us all year, and they've really done a good job handling that. So I think we'll be really prepared for this.
You mentioned that there's been some injuries recently on the team. How do you prepare for that going into tournament play when you have to play so many games back to back with?
Like I said, I mean, you just got to take care of yourself. That's the most important thing right now, because we are short on players. But that doesn't mean that, you know, that we're not going to be successful. I mean, like I said, we all work hard and we're working together right now. We know that we have to do even more now than we did in the past because we are short on players and we have had so many injuries.
The team fell short to Detroit, but it was on by 5 points. And considering that Detroit is the only team this year in the nation to beat Green Bay, how does that feel to be able to play that closely against them?
Well, I mean, it feels good to play that closely. We knew all along that we could play with them. I mean, it was kind of nice to know that we can play with them just because we fell really short at third place. But, you know, we played hard, and, you know, you win and you lose some. But like I said, you know, we can play with anybody in this conference. And, you know, to know that Detroit did beat Green Bay and that we only lost by 5 to them, you know, it's a confidence booster that, you know, we can play with anybody we want to.
Freshman Haley Howard had a career-high 23 points coming off the bench last night. And how does her play as a young freshman really affect the offensive production of the team?
Oh, I mean, Haley has a big impact on our team. She's really coming into it lately, and last night we needed that performance from her, and it was really cool to watch her as a freshman step up and into that role to be our offensive scorer for that game. But Haley's a talented player, and we need her to score. So, it's really fun to watch her go out there and do what she does.
I believe there's only 2 players that came off the bench last night.
Mm-hmm.
How does having such a short bench really affect you playing during a game?
You get tired and stuff like that, but I think when you're in the game, you're just in it. Like you don't think about. Obviously, sometimes you think about getting tired, but you don't have time to be tired. You just got to go out there and you got to give it your all. And if you do get tired, obviously, we do have subs on the bench that we could use, and we use them. But like I said, I don't think you really have time to think about other things than just being in the game.
You and the team recently played Green Bay,
Mm-hmm.
and they're currently ranked 11th in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a challenge do they present, especially considering you had to go up against Julie Wida?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Wida's a talented player, and Green Bay's a very talented team. I mean, obviously they're 26-1 and 11th in the nation, but I think we gave them a good fight at home. I know I've heard some people say that they don't like playing us, but like I said, just as long as we go out there and give it our all against any team that we play, I think we have a good chance of winning. But yeah, Green Bay is talented, and everybody knows that. But it's not like we can't play with them.
How tough was it to contain Wida in her offense?
I mean, I'm not sure anybody can contain Wida. Like I said, she's a very talented player. I mean, she can do it all. She can shoot inside. She can shoot outside. She's just very talented. But I think that maybe if you would double her sometimes, that maybe she would have more of a struggle. But still, she gets the job done.
Now, while you were in Green Bay, you and the team had a special opportunity to visit Lambeau Field,
Mm-hmm.
one of America's most historic sports venues.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain that for us?
I'm not sure that I could explain it or put it in words because it was pretty awesome. Just the history behind that place and just being able to walk out on the field and especially in the snow. So it was really cool just to have that atmosphere. But yeah, we got a tour of the whole thing. I mean, 4 floors and got to go on the field, and then we actually had dinner there as well. So it was a really neat experience.
Now, as your senior season is beginning to wrap up, what will be your lasting impression of your 4 years here at Butler?
I mean, I would say that I've had a great experience here at Butler. I mean, I love this place. I mean, the education, the sports, just everything. I mean, obviously, it's an amazing feeling to play in Hinkle Fieldhouse, just because of all the history and everything behind it. But I'm really going to miss all my teammates and my coaches. They've been a big part of my life for a long time now. But overall, it's been a great experience here.
Devin, thanks for joining us. That's all we have for this week's episode of the Bulldog Blitz. We'd like to thank all of our guests for being on the show today.